Hello YouTube, hope you're all doing great and welcome back to another exciting video from MotorHub. This is Adeep and today's video is about a Japanese subcompact crossover SUV as Suzuki markets, or is it more of a premium hatchback? Do let me know in the comments down below what do you guys think. It was launched in January 2023 in India and it is the second model from Suzuki in the sub 4 meter SUV segment after the Brezza. The Fronx was developed on the same Suzuki Baleno hardtech platform, which is why most of the interior bits are identical as well as the chassis. It has been exported from India to other markets such as the Philippines, Africa, Australia and even Japan with a 1.5 litre smart hybrid engine, an electronic parking brake and an optional 4-wheel drivetrain. So now with no further ado, let's get into the details of the 2026 Maruti Suzuki Fronx. There are 5 variants on offer which are Sigma, Delta, Delta Plus, Zeta and Alpha. The base Sigma retails at an ex-showroom price of Rs 6.85 lakhs and goes all the way up to Rs 11.98 lakhs for the top of the line Alpha automatic dual tone variant, and there are 7 single tone colors and 3 dual tone colors to choose from. In terms of dimensions, it is 3.9 meters in length, 1.76 meters in width, 1.55 meters in height and the wheelbase happens to be 2.5 meters. It is available with 3 engine options from the Delta Plus variant, which is a 1.2 litre petrol, a 1.2 litre petrol along with a CNG and a 1 litre turbo petrol. In terms of safety, it gets 6 airbags, ABS with EBD, brake assist, reverse parking sensors, ISOFIX style seat mounts, seat belt reminder, high speed alert, electronic stability program and hill hold assist as standard across all the variants starting from the base model. As you move to the higher variants, you also get a reverse parking sensor, a 360-degree camera and a heads-up display. The one in front of us is the Delta Plus manual transmission variant and it retails at an ex-showroom price of Rs 8,04,500, and there are some additional accessories fitted to the vehicle. Whichever red accents that are visible, those are all additional accessories, and of course the rain visors as well with the silver lining. The Fronx looks quite sporty from any angle. This is how it looks from the front. It gets this next wave grille with chrome insert, Suzuki logo right there. This is the LED DRL and just below that you have the LED headlamp unit. However, it misses out on a fog lamp across any variant. Straight ahead, let's open the engine bay. This is the 1.2 litre K12 and 4-cylinder naturally aspirated engine which produces a peak power of 90 PS and a maximum torque of 113 Nm. This engine is paired to a 5-speed manual transmission and it delivers a fuel efficiency of around 22 km per litre. You can also opt for a 5-speed automatic in the 1.2 litre engine option, or you can either opt for a 1 litre turbo petrol 3-cylinder K10C engine which produces a peak power of 100 PS. I like the alloy wheel design on this variant. It is finished in black which complements the vehicle color, and the tire size happens to be 195 by 60 R16. Outside rearview mirror gets a turn indicator. For the higher variants you also get a 360-degree camera as mentioned earlier, and on the top you get a shark fin antenna along with roof rails on either sides. And this is how the rear of the vehicle looks, which is much more interesting than the front according to my opinion, and it gets these beautiful LED tail lamps. The turn indicator and the reverse light are LED as well, Fronx badging, reflectors placed on either sides of the bumper, reverse parking sensors, and just below that you have the skid plate. Of course this is an accessory, high mount stop lamp and spoiler accessory as well, rear defogger. This variant does not get a reverse parking camera. The boot carrying capacity happens to be 308 liters, and on the right side you have the slot for your car jack, a hook on the left side, however it misses out on a boot lamp. The spare wheel is placed under the hood and the rear seats can be reclined in 60-40 ratio, which further helps in increasing the boot carrying capacity. So this is how much space you get once the seats are tumbled down completely. You also get ISOFIX style seat mounts. Straight ahead, let's move into the rear seats. The interior is finished in dual tone as you can see, and the rear doors also get 1 liter bottle holder. This is how the rear bench looks. It gets 3 adjustable headrests, which is a USP of this vehicle, I would say, and a parcel tray as well. Moving in, adequate amount of knee room and leg room. Headroom is also definitely not an issue for a person of my height. Under-thigh support is also good. Magazine holders on the front seats, and over here you get a 12 volt power outlet. And on the top you get a grab rail on either sides. So that is about it of the rear seats. Let's move into the driver's seat. The driver's door also gets a 1 liter bottle holder, and these are the controls for your power windows and outside rear view mirror. Driver's seat gets manual recline adjust only, no height adjustment on this variant. And right here you have the levers for your bonnet and fuel lid opening, some storage space right there. And here you have the controls for your traction control and auto stop function, and this is the headlight leveler. This is how the steering wheel looks. It gets a 3-spoke flat bottom steering wheel. On the left side you have the infotainment controls, and these are the controls for your call and voice recognition. The wiper stalk is on the left and the headlight stalk is on the right. You also get automatic headlamps for this particular variant. However, it misses out on rain sensing wipers. This is how the key looks. Let's quickly start the engine. It gets this classic analog digital instrument cluster with tachometer on the left and speedometer on the right, and the MID shows you the fuel level, range, instantaneous fuel consumption, average fuel consumption, engine temperature meter, clock, outside temperature, seatbelt warning, twin trip meters, odometer, time and stuff like that. And if you long press this knob, you can go into different settings and customize as per your liking. That is about it. And coming to the infotainment system, this is a 7-inch touchscreen unit which supports wireless Android Auto and CarPlay, and this is paired to 4-door speakers. And I would say the infotainment is quite fluid to use considering the price point of this vehicle. You can also increase or decrease the brightness. Let me quickly turn off the light so that this can brighten up. And it also has voice alerts which can be toggled from here. You can pair your phone from here. It also gets voice recognition, and you can also customize how the vehicle greets you every time you start it. So it should be there somewhere here. Yeah, here if you can see, you can customize the welcome message type as per your liking, or you can record your own message as well. And the audio quality is quite decent, I would say. And these are the basic Apple widgets. If you opt for the top of the line Alpha variant, you get a 9-inch touchscreen infotainment system, and that is about it. And just below that you have the mirror AC vents and the hazard light switch. It gets a single zone automatic climate control. On the left you have the control for increasing or decreasing the fan speed, and the right increases or decreases the temperature. Just below that you have the 12 volt power outlet and a USB port beside it, which is currently connected to the ambient lighting in the car, which is an aftermarket edition. And this is how it works. It syncs as per the music. The front seats are quite comfortable to be in. Passenger side visor gets a mirror, no light. And these are the cabin lights in the front. You also get one in the middle. No mirror on the driver side visor. This is the glove box and is of decent size. No armrest on this particular variant. So guys, with no further ado, let's get driving. So first things first, coming to the heart of the vehicle, this Fronx is powered by a 1.2 litre 4-cylinder naturally aspirated petrol engine which Suzuki codenamed as K12N, and it is paired to a 5-speed manual transmission. This engine produces a peak power of 90 horsepower and maximum torque of 113 Newton meters, whereas the turbo petrol, the K10C, produces a peak power of 100 PS, so basically just around 10 horsepower more than this naturally aspirated engine. However, the turbo spool helps in achieving speeds quicker, and also the turbo engine produces a peak power of 147 Newton meters. But this again adds up to the vehicle's weight, and the turbo engine being a 3-cylinder definitely takes a hit on the NVH levels. This is why 80% of people are opting for the naturally aspirated engine, which also causes lesser damage to your pocket in terms of maintenance. Although this is a little slower than the turbo petrol variant, it does not disappoint at all, keeping in mind the power to weight ratio. Overtakes are uneasy if you step on the gas pedal, but that is when the fuel efficiency takes a dip. Drive it sanely and it delivers a fuel efficiency of 14 to 15 km per litre in city and 20 to 22 km per litre on the highway depending on the driving conditions. The steering wheel feels light and is an ease to drive in city traffic. Also, the clutch is light too and has a slick shifting gearbox. The suspension is on the softer side and will eat up bad patches of road quite well at city speeds. However, out on the highways it can be a little stiffer. So guys, this is my review on the all new 2026 Maruti Suzuki Fronx. If you guys like this video, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to MotorHub. See you guys in another video. Bye bye.